Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my art and language access course that I signed up to back in July, part of the Open University. I decided to do the Open University simply because they give the option of being able to do part-time, and at the moment that is what I need. I need a part-time course because Freddie's at school and I've still got Noah at home with me. So it fits in well what with having to be at home and being mum, as well as the blog and videos, and also being able to find time to study as well as a whole. So at the moment I have lots of slices in my pie, essentially, if that's what you want to vision it as. So part-time is going to really suit us really quite well at the moment, because I can't really fit in a full-time course as well as that. It would just be absolutely hectic. Chris has offered to have the boys 1 day a week, so Noah in the morning and up to collect Freddie, and that'll be his day with them whilst I get on with studying stuff, because he's very kindly offered that space for me to be able to fit in what I need to fit in, because the whole point of doing this course is to better our family life, and being part-time, it means it can happen. Although the progress will probably be slower, it will happen, hopefully for us full-time at the end of my years that I've completed the courses. I did originally want to do the BA English Literature and Creative Writing, but I was unsure how well my written work would be for that level of degree. I imagine it would have to be of a certain standard, and I understand that there's tutors there to help you where you may not go completely right, but sometimes I just feel like I don't want to be swallowed up in like expectations, and yeah, just generally don't want to be swamped with too much work and not being able to produce the work that I need to for that level of work, essentially. So I thought a access course would like help me progress to the standard that I need to be before embarking on a section of studying and learning. A couple of weeks ago we got sent a package delivered by the postman from the Open University with brand new textbooks in. They all smelled absolutely divine. Opening it up was really exciting. There were loads and loads of booklets and a DVD and just material basically to learn, and it was really, it was like so exciting because it felt like it just made it come so real. Like you got there and you were like, oh right, it's here and I'm gonna have to actually press down and do this now, sort of thing. Until then books come through, I don't think it like sets into your mind like how much it's coming, how much you're gonna have to actually get on with some coursework. But it's really exciting, and I looked online before signing up about the blocks that we learn, and everything seems to be really interesting and something I know about. But this last week I have had a chance to look through the textbooks a little bit, mostly through the first textbook, which is block 1, which is called Finding Your Voice, which is about learning context and understanding language and poems, and how like poetic language is used to create images and ideas and stuff. So it's basically just it's really nice to be able to sort of almost, it feels like going back to an English class almost, because it's explained in a way that you can actually understand it. And yes, it's really, I don't know, it's something that I feel I'm quite passionate about anyway. So like writing and stuff, I feel that this course will actually do quite well. And aside of that, I've also had the experience almost of blogging on both my blogs, essentially. and I feel like writing for them has like almost given me that platform to be able to write decently for this course, and that's got me really quite excited because I feel like I sort of am at a place where I don't feel like I'm not going to be any good at the start, sort of thing. So I feel I'm going to be okay, and I'm actually going to quite enjoy studying because a lot of the topics that they're discussing are stuff that I'm quite interested in. Because it's in art and languages, it's also like a bit of history as well, because it's an access course that allow you to go into a history degree and English and art history and various things like that. So the different blocks, you sort of find a little bit about what you're more interested in and what maybe you might want to change to do. So I could potentially down the line want to change and degree, but that's part of the excitement of doing the access course, is to see where my passions lie besides just creative writing that I feel that I want to do. So I'm looking forward to doing finding out a little bit more about that. The course material, we've got to share with you what we got sent in our linkage. We've got a DVD which is called Arts and Language Access Module. It's a DVD which basically has videos that we need to do to complete assignments, and they also come with subtitles and transcripts which come both online and on the DVD. We've got an assessment guide. It basically tells you how to pass the module, the cut-off date, how our work will be sorted, and how to produce the best, how to lay it out, how to write. It also gives us our assignments are also in here, so this book is basically essential. You may have noticed I've got a little tab up here because on our study timetable we've been set to read between set number of pages before we start the module, but yeah, this is basically block 1. We've got a textbook for every block, and basically they're full of images and activities and just information that we need to read and what we shall be reading over the next while. And then we've got block 2, speaking out, which is going to be analysing language and deeper understanding, and developing skills on the history and stuff like that. And then we've got block 3, which I feel I'm going to be the most interested in because it's something that as soon as I read I was like, oh right, I feel really interested in this, and it's about voting and the struggle of voting for women in the 19th century. Yeah, and also it's got a little bit of art history in it, so for like how artists work in the 80s and what their images produce and meaning and feelings and emotions. So a bit of art history, which I already have a little bit of experience in. So I think I will do probably, I'm hoping that I will find this really interesting and B, already have a little bit of understanding in. We also got 2 resource booklets, which is basically just context that would help us with the course, like poems and things that like basically that'll help us with research essentially. The good thing is they do send it to you in book form, but also it is all available on the website as well. So I prefer the text stuff than online, because like if I'm out and about or at my mum's house or take my study somewhere else, then I've still got a chance of being able to study even though I don't have the internet near me or not a big enough screen or whatever. I've got access to it. You can download a load of the material as well, which is really good. It's like it really helps everyone out, and that's something I really like. I don't know if you get that in normal university courses, like available online resources, but I imagine you get a certain amount or there's a way you can or whatever. But that's something that really appeals to me, is the fact that you can access all the material. Also, part of the first week was speaking to our tutor, who seemed absolutely lovely. I spoke to her last night for half an hour on the phone. I was a little bit concerned as to whether I'd be able to understand her really, because I sometimes do have troubles on the phone with accents and things, because being deaf means that sometimes I can't hear that well. So I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to understand her, but she's a language translator, which basically means that she naturally speaks clearly and not at a too fast a rate or too slow a rate. And it was really great because I spoke to her and I said that, like, you know, you're doing really well, and she was really supportive, and she said, like, if there's anything I can do to help you in that regard, do let me know. But also she was just like really seemed like she was interested in like what I get up to, and she just wanted to know a little bit more about us, and that sort of puts you more at ease because you know you're going to have to talk to her over the next like year. So she seems like really friendly, and we both started talking about like modules, and we started talking about like the third block, which is the visions of protest, which I said I was quite interested in, and she said that's her favourite part of that. So it seems like we had a bit of common ground, and that was really nice. So we got chatting quite well, which is something that's really scary, because having a phone call with someone and trying to build a relationship in a short time is quite scary sometimes, but it actually happened quite well. And she's like emailed me at any time and stuff like that, and she did like explain a few things, which is really good. So yeah, I'm hoping that that will get better as time goes on too. So yeah, basically I have got to start studying now. I have started doing part one of my first assignment, which is a few questions like on what I want to do long term after this course. It's a bit like doing a personal statement but answering set questions. So it's like things like where do you want to go, what experience do you feel will help you with this module, and things like that, which is quite difficult to sort of find the words to explain. I do feel that maybe, I'm not sure whether over the time I will feel like it's too part-time, because I've got 3 weeks to the cut-off date, and I'm basically done half the assignment already. But I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it all fits in and how well I'm going to be able to get on with this course. I will of course update you as I go along, and feel free to ask any questions that you want to ask. Do drop them in the comment box. Basically that is pretty much it for the first block really. I'll go through blocks as I go through. I'll talk a little bit more in depth as each assignment's coming up and ending. So yeah, I hope that I get to be able to share this journey with you and that you find this interesting. And yeah, I just feel like I want to just like, it's quite an exciting new chapter to my life as a mum. So yeah, I just want to share it with you guys, and I hope you find it interesting as much as I find it interesting to discuss and talk about. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.